In like a second. Yeah.
It just went live. Hi, Sarah. Or no. Hi, whoever you are.
It's Sarah.
Okay. I see your. We gotta wait a couple of minutes for people to show up.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I think when we get started, I think I'll tell you. I'll actually tell the story of how you got me into Naruto and manga. You probably don't remember it, but it
You
was
know you're live. You're live on YouTube now.
okay. Dial that back.
It says 2 people are watching.
Okay, cool. Hello, everyone. You know me. I'm joined with my friend here. He's, if for all those who want to know, that this is the guy who got me into Naruto. So I can tell that story if you want. In fact, you probably don't remember. I remember it was December of 2007. You were working at GameStop at the time, and I came in that day. Like I think I was still at the community college at the time, and you're like, that was the saddest manga chapter I've ever read in my life. I was like, what are you talking about? And it's like Naruto, and I was like, oh, that series, because I'd heard of it, but I wasn't into it at the time. And you were like, yeah, Jiraiya just is about to die. That's what it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't really remember.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, Jiraiya. Like that was a good chapter where Jiraiya, like his last moments.
That was one of the best. Probably one of the top ones for sure.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
can't think of as many chapters that were as good as that one.
yeah. Well, like on the flip side, you have chapters like Obito teleporting back from the dead and flying into Kakashi.
That might be the worst. That one or the one I've never read, which is um Itachi explaining the not Izanagi but the other Iza move,
Oh,
where he spends an entire chapter explaining it.
you mean during the
I didn't even read it.
the Buto fight?
Yeah, the brothers versus Kabuto, and he explains
I did not like that fight at all.
what was it. It was like a loop. It's like a time loop that you're stuck in.
Yeah,
And
like
when he explained it, I stopped. I just like, I'm not reading this. This is just dumb.
yo, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I've had streams with this guy before about One Piece. Just so you know.
Best manga out there.
Yep. Going great. Okay. Yeah. Are you reading something? Because it sounds like you're reading something.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, we're waiting on your One Piece videos.
Oh well, there's this one guy who keeps like pressuring me to do it, and I'm like, I'm hesitant to do it because the series isn't finished yet, and because it's over 1,000 chapters. I don't know if I'd ever finish.
You should probably do it when they finish Wano.
Yeah, whenever that is. I mean, I thought that we'd be done with that by now, or at least
just when Wano ends, you should do it, and then wait till it's all over.
like what? Do like say the first half?
Or like a yearly, just do a yearly one. That's all, like a year in review.
I could maybe do one video per year until it's done.
Exactly, you should.
I
I mean,
mean,
it's not like that. It's not like that's so many chapters. It's what, at most like 30,
yeah,
35.
yeah. I mean, I'm going to assume after this will be a short arc that sets up the big final war, or at least that's the vibe I was getting.
Yeah, the cooldown period where we get a bunch of info.
Yeah, I have this theory that Luffy might meet Shanks during this time because they seem to be setting that up.
I just don't know how that's going to go because a lot of people um, don't realize that in the beginning, Shanks even said, you'd have to fight me. He kind of implied like they're going to have to fight at some point.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, actually, I had the thought process of what if Blackbeard like killed Shanks right in front of Luffy? Like, imagine that.
I don't know. I don't even know what Shanks' power is.
Mm. Sakura's Kabuto's arch foe. Well, that would have been better than another Sasuke fight, I'd say.
Yeah, the Red movie.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that canon or is that just
He hasn't said anything, but I'm going to assume it is.
I know Dragon Ball has a movie next year and One Piece has that, and what else is coming out next year? Bleach Final Arc.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, Sakura should have stayed as Kabuto's arch enemy, but we don't. That's a whole bag of worms.
Yeah. Well, no. The thing about that was just it was a case of, Sakura was a case of because Kuba Kishi just loved the Uchiha, as we all know that.
Yeah, Shanks' fighting style. See, that's the thing. What is Shanks? Why does everyone fear Shanks? Why? No one can answer that question to me. We don't know what he can do.
I don't really remember, but after Ace died, I remember Shanks shows up, but Luffy doesn't see him because he's unconscious, and we don't see what Shanks does, right?
No, no. He stands there, and everyone cowers in fear and runs. The guy has one arm. The guy has one arm. Why is everyone so scared of him? What is it?
Hector, what are you doing?
What is his ability?
Oh yeah, what's this devil fruit?
What's his ability? Why is a one-armed guy who just shows up and stands there? How is he making everyone run away from him?
Yeah. I've noticed that arm maiming is the go-to shonen way for a person to lose their limbs.
The what?
The arm maiming, that's the go-to.
Oh.
That's usually how a person shonen loses their limbs.
Yeah, we don't know too much about Rogers still.
Yeah, well, I'm going to. Part of me thinks that should be left in mystery. Rogers.
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to relate to Luffy in some way. They look so alike.
Well, yeah. What was the theory that he was Luffy's father or something, or no?
No, he's too old to be Luffy's father. Maybe he could be Dragon's dad.
Oh, right.
So he'd be Luffy's grandfather.
Okay.
Maybe. I mean,
that would be just like the fourth Hokage being Naruto's father.
Oda's got it all planned. We just gotta wait.
I think I told you how that came about. Did I ever tell you how the fourth Hokage being Naruto's father came about?
Wasn't that kind of obvious from chapter 1? I think that was like hinted at.
Well, here's what Kishimoto said in an interview where he was like, his original idea for the fourth Hokage, I guess back when he was still developing the series, was the fourth Hokage was going to be a dog.
Yeah, no, I've read that.
Yeah, and
it's
then
actually out there to read.
Yeah, and his editor said, "No, you're thinking on a tangent. Just make him Naruto's dad."
Garp is Luffy's grandpa. Yeah, I know he's his grandpa. He could be Luffy's mom.
Yeah, actually, we
don't know anything about Luffy's mom. So the rumor is that she could be. I'm gonna Google it. What's her name? One Piece.
Yeah, as he says, all the mentors were animals and Akatsuki were monsters. Yeah, that didn't quite make the cut, but you can kind of still see that in as leftover in the series.
Yeah, so the rumor is that character that leads the world government that's only in the shadows that sits on the throne. The theory is that's Luffy's mom.
Yeah.
That's why there's an obvious obsession with Luffy. And so Garp being Luffy's grandpa, technically, Garp could be so Garp could be Dragon's dad.
Yeah.
Then you could say Roger is his mom's dad. So we don't know. There's still, even though we have so many chapters, there's still so much to go.
Yeah. I mean, they said, it's heading towards the finale, but who knows how many years that'll be.
Whenever manga artists say that, that's like at least 3 or 4 years. At least. With Oda, that could be like 10.
Yeah, I just hope. I mean, it's just like, I hope it doesn't take that long, but,
I mean, it's the end of an era. One Piece dropped out of the top 5.
I mean, One Piece actually dropped out of the top 5. Yeah.
Manga sales less. I mean, it still sold a ridiculous amount, but it just couldn't touch Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer, which ended, and
Attack on Titan.
No, what's Titan? Let me look it up. Real quick. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the end of an era. It's the first time One Piece left the top 5.
Well, I don't believe so. Is that the guy who does Fairy Tail? I haven't read.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I saw a little bit of Rave Master when it was on Toonami, but I don't think I ever finished it.
Oh yeah, so Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, Tokyo Revengers, Attack on Titan, and My Hero Academy. And One Piece was just under My Hero. But see, a lot of these are just trends. I mean, there's stuff that's ending or ended. So Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer, they both ended already. That's why they're in the top.
Well, here's the thing about One Piece. It's like, I think everything, the whole sales, it all peaked back in, like, what was it, 2011, 2012? Like, it peaked around there.
I don't know about that with sales. I'm not sure. I think their top year was a few years ago.
Hector, what are you doing? Okay. Well.
Wait, what's Hiro Mishima doing right now anyway?
I think he's doing a sequel to Fairy Tales. At least that's what I thought. I am sad the new Demon Slayer is basically just a recap of Manga and Train. How'd you get in there, Hector? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing something called Eden Zero.
Yep. During 2009 and 2011, I think it was the peak of the big 3 manga. Well, that was... around that time, Bleach's sales started to decline. Or at least, I think so.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're doing Mugen Train again.
They're doing... Oh, yeah.
The movie was entertaining. They could have just moved on from there, but you know what? I guess it's an easy way for them to, have more sales.
He's doing 2 mangas: Fairy Tail sequel, 100 Year Quest, and Eden Zero.
Yeah, I saw Eden Zero. It's still going.
Yeah,
Eden Zero's been out for a couple years.
Of course, there's the question of Hunter
3 years
will ever finish.
Hunter is never going to finish.
What's the matter, Hector? If you hear the meow, that's Hector.
Just throw him out of the room. Yeah, Togashi's never going to finish Hunter x Hunter. So it's not happening.
Well, I remember he actually.
I don't think he cares.
I think he canceled Yu Yu Hakusho. I mean, he ended Yu Yu Hakusho early because he did not like what Studio Pro was doing to the anime.
That makes sense.
That's what I've heard. It's like, yeah, Studio Pro, they're not exactly the best manga to anime adapters out there, are they?
Studio Pro is horrible.
Yeah. The latest chapter of Eden Zero just did something you see it in quite a lot of manga.
Time skip? Wait. Let me guess. It's either time skip, the dad abandoning the son, or power up. That's your big three.
Actually, also, I guess somebody will mention this. Apparently, Boruto barely cracked the top 100 sales of manga sold this year.
That doesn't surprise me. I wouldn't.
I mean, Boruto is just so boring. It's just they don't want to admit they made a mistake by creating that series.
Yeah, that's really my only problem with it. It's just boring. It's unentertaining.
I mean,
bored.
Well, you mentioned something to me. You said what you would have done is you would have had a spin-off of like what Sasuke was doing after he went on his journey. And then
100%. It was so easy.
And then whenever Naruto showed up, it would be a big deal.
Pure profits. You meet new characters. You got his stories, and then you can introduce. You can have old characters jump in for random. You can have random characters show up whenever he's around. That's it.
Yeah,
it would have been the best idea.
But he should not be married to Sakura because he shouldn't have ended up with anyone, in my opinion. Hey, Nate. Nate?
What?
Oh, okay. I thought your mic went dark for a second there.
No, I just mute it whenever I'm chewing.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Sasuke is such a great series. Are you talking about the Naruto or what we were talking about?
Probably Naruto.
I mean,
because he's not wrong.
I mean, yeah. At times it feels like it's more about Sasuke than it is about Naruto. And I think I mentioned that in my videos. Oh no, the idea of Sasuke is the lead. It's like, yeah, like I was actually, you know what? You want to know how the sequel to Naruto could have been worse? I'm not. You've probably never played it, but it was like at the end of Mega Man X5, like it was meant to set up the Zero series. X and the Zero series was originally going to have Zero try to take down X, who had become corrupt and a tyrant, but they didn't let that happen because X was too beloved. But imagine if that was the sequel. Sasuke had to stop Naruto, who was corrupt, who was a corrupt Hokage.
That'd be stupid. That would be really dumb.
Yeah. Karin, yeah.
Best options for Sasuke. Oh yeah. See, honestly, 100% best thing they could have done. Have next series be about Sasuke. Travels the world. So that gives you a chance to see all kinds of stories, gives you a chance to see all kinds of new characters, and then you get to have guest characters, your beloved characters. Naruto pops in once in a while. It would have sold unbelievably well.
Yeah.
Who is better writer, Kubo or Kishi? Oh my god. I don't know.
They're both bad in their own way.
That's so tough to pick.
Like
who? It's you gotta think about who's worse.
Yeah, because they both have their own way of doing ass pulls.
Oh god, I'm gonna be biased, and I'm just gonna say Kishi is the better writer, but honestly, technically, he's really not.
Yeah,
Pain should have been the final villain of Naruto. Sometimes I agree.
Yeah,
I think the problem was there was just too many villains in the end. That's all. There was too many.
Well, the thing is, he just kept changing who the main villain was.
Yeah, if he had ended with Obito or Madara, I'd be okay with that.
But he just had to bring Kaguya, so
Obito was cool when he had the mask. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I like the mask break scene though. When the mask broke, that was actually awesome.
Yeah.
Chapter, and the chapter after, when there was no dialogue, one of the best in the whole series.
Actually, there was dialogue on the very last panel.
I know that, but
yeah, I was like, yeah,
the Haroon, the whole Obito is Madara thing. Well, that was fun. I mean, that was a fun little twist, but we all knew it was Obito.
Yeah, like Sasuke is so OP. Well,
they're both OP. Naruto's more OP. He's a fucking god. Who has the power of every? Who had the power of every tail beast? That's the problem with Boruto. They're too strong. The kids don't get any chance.
Yeah,
do anything.
In many ways, I think the Naruto series would have been better if Naruto versus Sasuke wasn't the final fight. I'm of two minds about that.
Yeah, I actually would. I've always wanted that to be the end. But
it's just,
I mean, it's back and forth again.
Yeah, because I was like, sometimes I think Naruto versus Sasuke could have happened at the end of the Kage seminar because that's where it was like all set up there.
Right. Kishimoto works best with a good editor. When did Kishi have a good editor?
He did.
Honestly.
At the beginning
I mean, he did for a little while, but honestly, I don't know. He's the whole editor thing with Shonen. That's a whole thing we could discuss. It's a whole other topic. I don't actually agree.
Yeah, Naruto had a villain problem. Yeah, we know.
In the end, it did. Yeah, is Toriyama better than Kubo? Yeah.
Yeah,
that's not even up for debate. I mean, Toriyama's a lazy motherfucker, but yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that or make Saraya the main character, or just make Boruto a Sasuke style character. Well,
agreed. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I would Saraya being the main character actually makes way more sense.
Well, she's it's funny with Naruto and Sasuke. I like Naruto, didn't like Sasuke, but with their kids, it's the opposite.
Yeah, kind of. I don't really have anything against Boruto. I just don't think the series is fun or entertaining.
The Akatsuki were just added to make a spin-off.
Yeah, they're boring. I don't like it. They're just boring. Blah. Just boring.
I don't know who that is. I'm not up to date.
Are there really deities, Naruto? They're talking about the god that what's that character from Akatsuki prayed to?
Oh,
he stabbed himself. Remember, he used to stab himself.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Or were the deities? Yeah, of course there were. I mean, it seems obvious that there probably used to be. You think Sasuke is one of the worst characters in Shonen. I'll just say it. There you go.
Yeah. Let me tell you guys.
Hate me as much as you want.
Guys, I'll tell you something. All my interactions about Sasuke, when I ranted about him, were based on my interactions with this guy. They were based on you.
Yeah, no, we don't have to go into it too much, but
yeah, they were all
like Sasuke's the AMC. I like that he's just toying with his dudes and has to figure out what the hell's going on. And I don't know if the series wasn't about him, and is he cool? Yes, he's that traditional cool hair, all of that stuff. But the Han Solo, but too much screen time.
Yeah.
Bleach manga sales never declined compared to its manga sales to wait, what? Yes, it did.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bleach manga sales bombed.
Oh yeah, the only reason Bleach was still going in its last few years was because the volume still did okay. But
they did okay, but they were never it was never. What are you snacking on? I was having some spicy mix from Trader Joe's.
Yeah, I guess I don't.
DBZ wheels come off at the back end of the Cell Saga. Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk DBZ, I didn't even like it after Frieza really that much. I make fun of the series all the time.
Well, yeah,
Frieza was the end for me.
Frieza would have been a good ending for DBZ.
Yeah, after Frieza, I think it just kind of pulled kind of in Naruto and just kept going and going.
Well, because the series was too popular at the end, that's why it kept going.
Exactly. Oh, Hidan. Yeah, Hidan was the guy's name.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't care for the acoustic. Nobody does. They're just there because it's like, well, we can't do. Because the original plan with Naruto villains was they were all victims of the Shinobi system. But then with the Okotsuki, it's like, no, here's just some aliens.
Yeah, it's their honestly, out of all the manga I've read in all my years, I think they're some of the most boring villains.
Yeah.
Just so boring. I hate their designs. Some of them are just so stupid looking.
Yeah.
Is Obito the worst character in Shonen? No. Hello.
Kaguya.
Yamcha exists.
But Yamcha? MCU or DCU? MCU, obviously.
Oh, MCU. That's easy. Boruto's a boring character. No, I agree. I don't think he's that. He's just. They're all the kids are pretty, and that's because they just
because
realize.
all the kids are just clones of their parents.
Yeah. Why is Jasheen not worship everybody else if there are several other villains who secretly telling us to kill the Liver tomorrow? I mean, I don't know. I guess they just. I mean, you're talking about Kishimoto here, the guy who killed QB one chapter and nothing. There was no aftermath to it. There was no thought about killing him. No one got sad.
Yeah. Here's the is that thematic become
incongruous.
Incongruous.
Yamcha was all right back in the OGDB. I mean, yeah, Yamcha was always a joke though. Even back then, we used to make fun of him all the time.
Even in the tournaments, he always got eliminated first round.
Yeah, Yamcha was the comic relief, really.
Well, so was Krillin, but Krillin actually won a few fights.
Yeah, OG Dragon Ball, OG Naruto, then DBZ, Naruto Shippuden,
DBS,
Dragon Ball Super, GT, Boruto. I don't know. I'd rather watch. I don't know. I'd sometimes rather watch GT over Dragon Ball Super, but sometimes I'd rather watch Boruto. I mean, OG Dragon Ball. I guess people really love that series.
I mean,
people grew up with it.
It had a lot of good fights, good martial arts fights.
No, I mean it's fun. It's actually a lot of fun. Yeah. It's got a lot of charm, but I think I'd pick DBZ just because of the action.
Yeah, the gods can work better as gods rather than aliens or humans trying to become gods.
Oh, totally agree. The whole thing with them becoming, what is it, like microchips in people's brains?
Yeah. I heard.
It's just. Oh wait, Temari is the best. Temari is the best. Hinata is the worst. Temari, I guess Temari would be up there.
I mean, Shikamaru probably got the best wife.
Yeah, maybe Hinata is the worst. I don't know. I feel so bad for Hinata. You guys just hate her guts.
Well, I don't know. I don't really like to hate on her, but it's like I don't know. The whole Hinata Sakura versus Hinata thing gets really
yeah. It's so bad, and then that movie comes out, and they just trash her.
They trash Sakura, yeah.
People always compare Sakura to Yamcha. No, I compare Yamcha to like
10-10.
Yeah.
Or Kiba. Actually, Kiba's kind of like Yamcha.
Oh yeah, Kiba. I didn't even remember Kiba existed.
Yeah. Temari, best girl. Yeah, I guess so. True, Hinata is useless. I've heard she's actually doesn't do some. I've actually heard that with Hinata, she doesn't do anything in Boruto. She just stands there.
She actually hasn't been. She's been in the background a couple times making dinner. That's about it.
But I don't know if that's sad or funny.
Yeah, at least in Dragon Ball you can laugh at it. In this, it's just like, oh well.
Bulma is still an active part of the plot.
We'll hold off on that.
Apparently, Boruto is being ghost-written rather than Kishimoto. I was like, really? That's what I've heard. Apparently, Kishimoto is not writing. Apparently, somebody other than Kishi's writing Boruto, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. Because
we'll never know.
Because a lot of what's being written, like what I've seen, it feels like Kishimoto wrote that.
Exactly. I think Kishimoto's a great writer because every arc before the end of Kage-san was amazing. I
don't know. I didn't care for the Sasuke and Sai arc too much.
Yeah, that one, it was okay. Most of them were good. But yeah, when that huge focus on Sasuke happened literally right after the first arc of part 2, after
it was after Hidden Kakuzu.
Yeah. It was just like, this is just too much.
Because it was like a whole year of Sasuke. Like it was.
Exactly. When he said that originally in interviews that he was going to do Year of Sasuke, I was like, all right, whatever, we'll see. And he did.
Yeah. Well, he said he was going to do years of Kakashi and Sakura, but he never got around to those. I remember that.
Hinata's overrated. Yeah, I mean, is she what? She's not even what? No, she's not. She's not even rated. I hate how Dragon Ball spoke as shallow as it was. Yeah, I agree. I could pick on Dragon Ball all day. Tomorrow's relationship with Shikamaru. Yeah, none of the relationships make sense.
Akatsuki Clan are like Saiyans. I mean, I guess quite literally.
Yeah, I guess.
Road to Ninja.
I mean, yeah, they're aliens.
Yeah. Road to Ninja, the last.
Yeah, for sure.
Road to Ninja at least felt like a Naruto movie.
Yamcha had a character as memorable. Yeah, I mean, Yamcha was funny. He wasn't like offensive. He wasn't like always annoying or anything like that. It's true.
Kisha was Ichigo's and Tori. Yeah, but at least the main characters are Saiyans, whereas the Uchihas were not the main character of Naruto. Naruto was.
Yeah, that's true. Shame for Kiba. He was such a badass in part 1. That's so true. Yeah, part 2 just nothing. Vegeta or Sasuke? Vegeta. Easy.
Love the misogyny with Kishi. Yeah, I think every.
Yeah, I mean, that's shonen. I wouldn't. That's not Kishi. People always like to do that, and they always like to pick one series.
Well,
it's not. That's Shonen Jump.
Yeah, they have. Oh yeah, where Shikamaru was always like, "Oh, I hate girls. I don't want to work."
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that's just shonen. I feel the Sasuke and Sakura lacked a bit of action. It did. That was part of. I mean, yeah, it's an action manga, so I get that. Kishi's obsessed with plot, but yeah, it was just kind of boring till the very end.
How do you feel about
I liked him. I liked Kikuzu. He was fun. He was actually really fun. That was a fun fight. I mean, that was a great fight.
Yeah. Remember how we never had the 7 swords? Oh no, I remember we were about to see Kakashi go like full out, all out against them, and we didn't see it.
No. You're thinking of the war arc.
Oh.
When Kikuzu and Hidan, when they had their fight, it was Shikamaru versus Hidan and Naruto and team versus Kikuzu. Naruto used the Rasen Shuriken.
Yeah.
Remember how we never had the 7 swordsmen of the Mist Arc?
Yeah, well, there was a lot. The last made Hinata. Yeah, it kind of did because it was like, wow. I remember I think I pointed out. There's this part where she's like holding on to the scarf like along the side of a building. It was like, you're a ninja. You're trained for these kind of situations.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. I think about that. Remember that there was a filler episode. We always used to laugh at it because there was a filler with Hinata. It's filler. It doesn't count, but there was a filler where the guy just hit Hinata in the head with a rock.
Yeah.
He's like staying in front of her, and he just hits her in the head with a rock. And we're just like, you're a ninja. What? What? Like, I don't understand. You're just standing there.
Yeah, we didn't get a Stone Village Saga or Kakashi. Yeah, like Kishi always kept saying I was going to do a Kakashi focus arc, but it never happened.
Yeah. I wish he had. Favorite Akatsuki and Espada, if you have any. I mean, favorite Akatsuki. Everyone says Itachi. I guess after Itachi, who did I have the most fun with? I mean,
Pain?
Does Pain count? Pain? If Pain counts, then yeah, definitely.
Well, I like Deidara was cool.
Yeah. So I'd say for me it would be Pain, then Deidara.
Yeah.
The entire series makes Hinata look bad. Yeah, that's very true. Hinata hype reminds me of the Boba Fett hype, but at least with him, he had a cool design and actually getting a show. Yeah, but Boba Fett didn't do anything. He just died.
No. I think his defining moment in the entire original trilogy is when Han Solo like haphazardly knocks him into the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, it's not even.
I mean,
no, Hinata is only hyped because of Studio Pierrot and fans just.
Yeah, and because they treat her as their waifu or whatever, even though she's not real.
Yeah, I mean, well, right.
Yeah. Oh, well, you didn't say who your favorite Espada was.
I gotta think. It's been so long. I mean, everyone's gonna say Grimjaw.
Yeah.
Um,
Boy.
I'll just say Grimjaw because I can't think of. Oh no, you know what I liked? What was his name? Oh God,
Ukiura?
he was all white
Oh.
and looks like he had a tear coming down his eye.
Yeah. Is that Ukiura?
Is that his name? Say his name again?
Ukiura? Maybe
Let me
not.
look at it.
Phantom Troop or Akatsuki?
Yeah, you're right. You were right. Yeah, Ulquira. Can't even say his name.
Yeah.
Ulquira.
Yeah.
That was my favorite, I guess. And then Grimjaw.
Do you guys? Yeah, we do. We did. Bleach Enemy. I think it's coming back next year.
It is. Yeah, next year.
Organization 13.
Organization 13 or Akatsuki.
They're both the same thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, but which one? You know what? Akatsuki. Organization 13 doesn't even make sense to me.
Well, no. Organization 13. They actually, the game I'm about to do for Kingdom Hearts. They introduced the 14th member. I was like, but you're called Organization 13. How do you have a 14th member?
Welcome to Square Enix, Greg.
Well, Tatsuya Nomori.
I'm sad Neji died, but I'm glad he gained Boruto. That's funny. Yeah, hey, that's true. Yeah, good for him.
Well, he died, so Naruto would end up with Hinata. That was the reason.
How we never saw an ancient refocused arc. We didn't see Naruto's friends were. Yeah, I mean that would have. Listen, we had a whole other idea, Greg and I, like where the Akatsuki team up with like a village that's, been abused or something, or they just, they're tired of being pushed around, so the Akatsuki work with that village, and that's the war arc. No Zetsu clones and all that, and then you could have Naruto's friends fighting each of them, but. Yeah, no, he didn't. He missed an opportunity with using a lot of his ancillary characters.
Well, Kishi built this stuff with the world, but he didn't do anything with most of it.
Yeah,
just focused on the Uchihas.
I tend to notice.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Do we?
You guys miss reading? Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was a lot of fun until.
Yeah.
The wacky chapters of like Obito coming back from the dead. That's stuff.
I don't know. I think when you got to Kaguya, I was like, "Oh God, we're doing this."
Yeah, I do miss it. Yeah, it was fun every week.
Yeah,
I hope Bleach makes a comeback. Yeah, I mean, that chapter.
That chapter looked pretty promising. It felt like old Bleach.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to hell, that's really interesting. We've never seen it.
I wish Sakura.
Yeah, really.
He should have done it. I mean, if it was Oda, he probably would have given Sakura.
Oh, absolutely. Master Obito's best. Yeah, that's true. Obito was cool. The closer we got to 7 Swords on the Mist.
Oh yeah.
3, we got Sakura Lee. 6 past that. Yeah. Oh, the game animated it so much better than Studio Pierrot.
Well, the game was in many ways the best adaptation of some of those of Naruto in some ways. Like even Kishi admitted that.
Yeah. Ulcaloria and Grimjaw. Yeah, they're my top 2 for sure.
Wait, mentions that something happened. Oh yeah, I don't remember that.
Mentions that something happens 5 years before, during finishing an exam, like she's frozen. I don't remember that well either. Anko, see that she could have been cool.
Oh yeah, but instead, no. The entire payoff to Anko was that she's fat in the epilogue.
Yeah, because she was eating those snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stark's cool too.
Stark.
The Lord of Ichigo. I mean, all of Ichigo's power-ups. You know what? I always knew that's kind of where it was going. Ichigo had a piece of everything, a piece of every type of ability. Hollow and Soul Society, and what was the other group? I forget that group that just popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I forget their name. The people that were kicked out of Soul Society.
Yeah, have Deidara fight the 8-man squad, Team 7 and Team 8, because that would have been an improvement, because Team 7, Team 8 did nothing that whole arc.
Fight the 8-man squad rather than Sasuke.
It's Team 7 teaming up with Team 8. That was,
Deidara fight the 8-man squad. Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah,
Oh, right, because they only showed Zetsu. Yeah.
because they didn't
Right.
do anything in that arc.
No, they didn't. We only saw the aftermath.
Yeah.
Of gripes. Yeah, maybe check it out.
How would you change Aizen to be not so OP? That's what I do.
Yeah, that's it. Just that's overpowered. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Thoughts on live Cowboy Bebop?
Not
I have a lot of thoughts. Honestly, I like the fact that they're not afraid to be corny and they went all out with it. The dynamic of the three was spot on. All three of them did a good job. The show completely and utterly dropped the ball on Vicious, and he is nothing like he is in the show. They completely ruined the mystery of the character. That was the whole point of the series, that he's supposed to be a mystery. And then they give him a massive backstory, completely change his motivations.
Yeah.
So everything besides Vicious is great, but unfortunately, I think to fill time or something, I don't even know why.
Oh
They
yeah,
didn't need to fill time. They didn't even need to fill time.
They did an episode of Spike and Julian Vicious backstory. It's like, no, the whole point was that you didn't know.
Exactly, and they spend I'd say a third of the series on Vicious now. So all these scenes with Vicious and her and Vicious and the organization, and it's just like that. This is just not. You took out every mystery that the show had, and you completely made Vicious into. You made him into a completely different character. He just wasn't. It wasn't interesting anymore. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, why? Everything else is so good. So that's my thoughts. Vicious ruined it. I think they ruined that character completely, but the rest was great.
Yeah. Jiraiya's death, Ace's death.
Jiraiya's death or Ace's? For me, just because I was closer to the series, Jiraiya.
Yeah. Like I think I mentioned at the beginning of the stream that that was around the time you got me into reading Naruto, because you're like, that was the last chapter I ever read in my life. I was like, what are you talking about?
And and the fact that Jiraiya thinks about, like, he's talking to Tsunade and just drops out of nowhere. Oh yeah, Minato. And we're like, who the fuck is Minato? And they're like, oh, yeah, Minato.
That's when you see
Minato.
Yeah, you see Kushina for the first time.
Yeah, and it's like we get all these drops, and then he fights Pain, and it's an incredible battle. And his death, he took a lot of time playing that out. It was great.
Yeah, that's because they were probably paying attention to the themes of the story, unlike the males in Studio Pierrot.
Naruto, the self-made hypocrite. I totally disagree. I think fans actually have a complete misunderstanding about the working hard and the whole idea of
theme was
being destined.
That was more of a theme with Rock Lee than Naruto.
Exactly, which is why I think people need to relax with that. He's not a hypocrite. I don't think he's a hypocrite whatsoever. I heard women who work in Studio Pierrot said that Naruto didn't marry Sasuke. That's so funny.
Well, that's because they probably were paying attention to the themes of the story rather than the males.
Exactly. No war Naruto and friends work like the inferior and like in Pain's, but yeah, see, I agree. That would have been just that. Even that little idea is so much better. Yeah, completely agree. Would have been so much better.
Yeah.
People think Rock Lee had a kid with 10-10. Could have.
People
don't know yet. We don't know.
I hope. I have no hope with Nomura.
I don't care. I have zero desire.
Honestly, Kingdom Hearts peaked with Kingdom Hearts 2. After that, it's like,
yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. I'd say, off the top of my head, one of the most disappointing games of all time.
Well, it took way too long to actually get it.
Yeah, and then when I did get it, I was blown. My mind was blown how bad it was. Favorite Naruto game? Oh, easy. Probably Ninja Storm 4.
I don't know. I like Ninja Storm 2 a lot.
Yeah, 2 is fantastic because it's the Pain arc.
Yeah. 4, I just remember, 3 ends with Naruto fighting Toby, but because that fight wasn't over yet in the manga, everybody just kind of stops fighting at the end and just goes back to normal.
Yeah. I think 2 is the best because I think 2 is really good because it's the Pain arc.
Yeah, I feel like
And that's arguably Pain arc for me is the best arc of the entire series.
yeah.
So that's what I think. Feels like Kishimoto at one point was playing Sakura, having Genjutsu, Wu style. It's like, yeah, I think so too.
Well,
And none of that happened.
I remember, your reaction to Snake's Sage Mode was to roll your eyes.
It's just so stupid. It's just like like you have to keep throwing things in there. It's a way for him to escape. And you know this in stories when you have too many OP characters, you throw in something out of nowhere as a way to maybe escape. Oh, this character is getting beaten too badly. Here's a flashback of something that they learned.
Yeah.
And it was just bad. Slug stage mode makes more sense than Snake stage mode. And then on top of that, the Genjutsu thing, yeah, he should have made Sakura basically what Naruto and Sasuke weren't. Well, what Naruto wasn't, which is working with the mind, with intelligence.
Yeah, because that was the weirdest thing about the last is that they get stuck in a Genjutsu, and I'm like, I thought Kurama was supposed to make him invulnerable to that.
Kurama, yeah.
Kurama, yeah.
Storm 3 actually had Sakura fight Sasuke. Yeah, I remember. It was fun. I like Storm 3. It was okay. Hopes for future percent off it. We could go on. I mean,
Pokemon need to actually give them a budget.
Yeah, well, they do. They're just so bad at doing 3D, and they're getting there. It'll take a little while.
Well,
Final Fantasy.
I think they're too used to doing things for handheld systems.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 16 is being made by the Final Fantasy 14 team. They've been working on it for 5 years. They've taken their time. I think it's going to be an unbelievable and incredible game. I cannot wait. Persona 6 it's a while away. So yeah. Persona 6 will be huge, of course. But that's still a little while away. But I think 16 is coming out next year. 16 for sure is coming out. It was supposed to come out this year, but COVID ruined all those plans. So I think 16 is their big game for next fall. I mean, if it was Oda Ray Naruto, we would be seeing all the Seven Swords. If it was if it was Oda writing the series, we'd have seen all the villages. All the villages would get tons of screen time. Sakura would get tons of screen time.
The kids would get screen time.
All the kids, it would have been very different. The whole world would have,
you probably put Sasuke's story in on chapter covers or something.
Exactly. Right. That makes so much sense. I don't think Madara or Aizen better villain. Ew, they're both horrible villains.
Well, Aizen was good until the Iron.
I'm gonna go with Madara just because when all is said and done, Aizen in the end was still like a god.
Well, no, they basically I forget how did they beat him? They had they put a seal on him or something.
Yeah, he did it in one chapter.
Okay.
I'd say Madara. I don't think.
Well, he may be okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oda or
Oda. Oh my God, that's not even up for debate.
Oda didn't do Sanji. Sanji.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on Sanji. He's the worst. I think he's the worst.
Well, Sanji was better pre-time skip. He was just.
Yeah, Sanji hasn't grown, and then you think he's grown, and then he comes right back to being that old pervy trope. It's so disappointing. He's my least favorite now. It's sad. I like them all, but he's definitely my least favorite.
Well, here's the thing: Japan has different views on that stuff than America does, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong. That's just how it is.
Yeah. Well, I can say it's right. It's wrong for me.
But
Joan isn't.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like Shimura. Yeah, it's true. I mean, you're not wrong about that. What did you think about the Gin twist? It wasn't. The guy was always creepy, so I never thought it was a big twist.
Yeah.
Nate about yeah. I mean, it's like I said, everything was good except Vicious. Completely ruined the character, and they didn't understand what they were doing.
Just in that game, it's like in that show, it's like, wow, he looks like Dante from Devil May Cry.
Even the look, the first time he showed his face, I was like, this is, oh God, his expressions. They just missed the mark with that character completely.
But Vicious is supposed to be quiet, precise,
It was really bad. Naruto's theme was about never giving up hard work was Rock Lee's theme. Right, exactly. I mean, you could say Naruto's theme was a lot of things, but Rock Lee and Naruto, Naruto's not a hypocrite. Nothing changed about Naruto in the end. Nothing changed. He Just because he inherited these powers, it doesn't make him a hypocrite in any way, because that had nothing to do with any of that.
My only problem with the powers inheritance, it just started like he just kept giving him power after power. I was like, okay, I think you've done enough.
What Naruto and like Kishima stuck to Super and seems to travel to the villages. I mean, would have been great. I was surprised that we didn't see more of the other villages.
Yeah, that was his original plan. Apparently, the original idea for the Konoha 12 was that they were going to be from other villages, like they would have been rivals from other villages. But his editor told him to introduce more characters, so that's how they came into the story.
Yeah. Oh, Greg, look at this question. I can answer. No, not that one. The next one. I can answer that right now if you want. The next one's going to be 20. It was originally planned 2024, but I think now it's 2025. And it's going to be all the new members. It's apparently Secret Wars. So it's going to be She-Hulk. It's going to be the new Black Widow. It's going to be Shang-Chi. It's going to be who else, Greg?
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop. It's going to be Captain Marvel. So it's all the new people.
That's like the only thing that's just sucks is that they can't use because Chadwick Boseman died, they can't use T'Challa anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that was a big part of it. I mean, let's not get into that controversy. We don't need to talk about that. But
we can talk about that another time.
She'll be in it.
Yeah.
I hate Gen 8 dude not having everything Pokemon. I mean, that's
the bubble had the burst.
That's the thing though about they're still selling better and better and better and better. So
yeah, that's the thing. I would say maybe the best thing to do is to take a break. But the thing is, like Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon are Nintendo's big three, so they they have to keep selling them.
I remember Part 1 games used Inner Chakra Genjutsu based. Like, yeah, I remember.
It was
never think on mind watching so wanting to do. Yeah, I mean, Greg talks about that a lot. So yes.
I mean, that's what I point out. I was like, shouldn't that have not worked on him because of QB?
Kishi probably forgot.
Well, Kishi didn't write that movie. Studio Pierrot did.
I'm surprised. They usually seem to remember more than he does.
Well, no, Studio Pierrot was just, Studio Pierrot loves Hinata, so that was just basically their Hinata Wet Wish film.
Oda just overindulges sometimes. I'm okay with that. I mean, if anyone does it, if anyone can do it and get away with it, it's him. With Kishi, someone like Kishi overindulging, it's horrible. When Oda does stuff like that, it's totally okay. I mean, does it drag out the chapters? Yeah, but
yeah. Okay I've heard of the Pokemon manga, but I've never actually read it.
I've never read it either.
Blackbeard or Doffy is a better villain than Madara. I was like,
yeah. I mean, Blackbeard is very, very. Oda has made a very classic villain with Blackbeard. So, and Doffy. I mean, Doflamingo. Yeah, I mean, he's a great villain. He's a piece of shit.
Oh yeah, Bob Joel, that was your game.
Oh yeah, FF12 is probably the best. Out of the modern ones, absolutely. FF12, there's no competition for me. And then of the classic, I'd say 4 or 6, probably 6.
Yeah, 6 is probably one of the best games ever made, in my opinion.
Yeah, I heard Whole Cake Island developed Sanji. Yeah, that was the point. I thought that too. Everyone did.
Yeah, but then he regressed.
And then they reversed it. Yeah, and you know what, Whole Cake Island. Some people like it. I think it was the worst arc, one of the worst arcs of the series. I was so bored.
Oh, I heard a lot of people don't like Dressrosa too.
It's funny. I heard some people don't like.
A lot of people didn't like Fishman Island.
Yeah, Fishman Island kind of sucked. Whatever. It was the start of part 2. Yeah. I love Gin. Yeah, he's cool. He's a creep.
Better One Piece.
Oh my God, One Piece. Come on. Pain arc, Pika Naruto. Absolutely. One of the best arcs in manga for me. Do you guys think Sasuke should rebuild? Korean say returning. I don't know how to answer that really. I think Sasuke should have just gone away and just disappeared forever. No, I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean more like traveling the world, maybe helping other people for all
that's why him being married with Sakura, who has a kid with him back in the village, doesn't work.
It makes no sense. Yeah, I feel Big Mom. I love Big Mom.
Yeah. Yeah. You mostly
tell me 4 relevant details. I mean, so the turtle one, the turtle guy,
was that some good? That's Percy, right?
That's the kid. Son Goku, he's angry. I don't know. Angry? He seems like an angry guy. Killer Bee, we know tons of. I don't know. You're right. Your point is correct.
Yeah.
I overstepped my vicious fanfic, which is very disappointing to me. Yeah.
I heard hear someone talk. Well, yeah, but that's how Shonen works. Shonen goes off of that.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Like, I do think
So
the reason why they pushed for Naruto to end up Hinata was because the last character poll, she was above Sakura. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was why they pushed for her to end up with Naruto.
I agree. But for Pokemon, I want great Pokemon anime, manga, and gaming. Goes, yeah, you're never gonna get that ever.
Because here's the thing: the Pokemon anime like should have moved on from Ash a long time ago, but they just haven't.
Yeah, no, they have not exactly. It's
But
yeah. I wish we got 2 chapters. So do I. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I really wish we got 2 chapters, One Piece a week.
Even though that's-
Only it gives us 2 chapters a month.
Yeah, but it's like, you know how hard it is to do a weekly chapter.
I know. They don't sleep. You know their schedule. It's horrible. It's
I was
really
like-
bad. It's really bad.
The last,
You're the last. I mean, maybe I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
mean, that didn't feel. Well, yeah, that movie didn't feel.
Oh yeah. Have you ever watched an anime called Monster? One of the greatest animes ever written. And guess what? HBO almost turned it into a series with Guillermo del Toro. Very, very close to turning into a series, and they didn't do it. It's perfect for a TV show.
Yeah, I agree. I don't.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, agreed. Dressrosa is good on reread, and Fishman is good. Dressrosa is great on reread. I love it, and I think Greg has pointed this out before. If you just read the arc when it's done, when you read them together, it completely changes your perspective of the arcs.
Yeah, that's. I still, and I read the War arc, and I was like, it just falls apart in the back half.
Dressrosa is. I love Dressrosa. I had a great time with it. Fishman Island was kind of boring. That was my issue with it. It was.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you have your first big arc in part 2, and like this is it.
Basically,
I don't really care either way.
Depends on the nature of the story.
Yeah. Toei? Yeah, no, Toei totally drags things out. They drag
they did this with Dragon Ball. Like, they basically do like less than half a chapter, so that way they don't.
Yeah, that's what they're doing now. They're doing half a chapter an episode, and it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like because but they don't do filler like Studio Pierrot does.
No.
That's what I said would have been like if Toei got Naruto. There would be less filler episodes, but they would have dragged out chapters more.
Yeah. I'm just in Dresser, so yeah, have fun, enjoy it. Who's the better writer for the big 3?
Nah.
Yeah, Oda. Yeah, that's not even yeah. Sakura Uchiha, biggest creep. Oh, that's good. They're both creepy. I probably Orochimaru.
Yeah, I don't know why Orochimaru is still around to just do whatever.
Don't even get started on that. That's just so fucking dumb. Oh, by the way, I'm immortal. What?
Yeah, I told you that. You were like, yeah, Kishimoto said Orochimaru became completely immortal. You're like, what?
It feels like Sasuke would have stuck with Taka while Naruto and Sakura's team. When Naruto becomes Hokage.
I was like, well, Kishi could not figure out what to do with them.
Yeah, he should have just never done them. I think he should have just not had them.
Well, you told me apparently they were only put in because his editor felt Sasuke should have a team.
Exactly. Kishi said that in an interview.
And that's why he never did anything with it, because he never had any plans for them.
Right.
No, I don't know. I don't know if you can really do One Piece in live action.
I wasn't excited until I saw the cast, and now I'm just gonna be cautiously optimistic. I love the people they got.
Because I'm just hoping it doesn't end up like Dragon Ball Evolution.
I think that would be very hard. Too bad for.
Do you remember that? Do you remember when that was coming out? We were like just laughing about how terrible it looked.
Well, I watched a bootleg of it without all the special effects, and I couldn't believe that. I
remember I showed you I looked at the end credits. It was like based on the graphic novel Dragon Ball by Akira Toriyama. I showed you that, and you just shook your head.
Yeah. Too bad for SP.
Yeah, I guess.
And the others, they didn't realize that that was not popular in Japan. Yeah, well.
Yeah, too late now.
How do you feel about MHA? Not a fan. I think it's just shonen trope on top of shonen trope. It's just so boring, and I get so tired of the main characters always crying and then having this big moment after they cry. I like the characters around him, and I like some of the abilities, and I think the idea is neat, but just not a big fan.
Yeah, I have not seen it, so I can't comment.
So people say Orochimaru shouldn't be alive, but wouldn't it be better if he was alive? This man was around Sasaki Ramen Hosokage knowledge. No, absolutely not. He should. What? That has nothing to do with anything. I think he should have died a while ago.
I kept saying I thought Oda's fate was clearly supposed to be like he was basically supposed to be done after Itachi sealed him away. That was probably supposed to be the end for him. He wasn't supposed to come back after that, but then he figured, okay, I need somebody that would lead Sasuke to the Hokage, so he brought him back. And then, well, remember when that happened when like Orochimaru got the Hokages out of the Death God seal? You were like, oh my god, I can't believe
it was so bad. My thoughts on MHA. Momo was hot, nice body.
Yeah, that's fine.
No comment.
She's not real, so who knows? So I don't care if she's drawn naked or whatever.
I'm not gonna say anything. Okay, so what can you tell me differentiates the village hidden in the sand from the village hidden in the clouds? Easy. Village in the sand, they were very closed off village, and they seem to always be backstabbing each other. Hidden in the clouds seem to be way more modern. Hidden the Cloud Village seems to be way more modern than everybody else. From like the way they speak to their buildings, their outfits, they just seemed. I like the Cloud Village a lot.
Yeah. Oda. Yeah, I'm not saying Oda does his female characters perfect. It's like Like
I honestly don't think Oda handles his female characters well. I mean, when was the last time we got a Nami related arc, or what has she done relevant to her? No, I mean, I agree. I don't think Shonen does females well, but in comparison, yes, much better.
Well, I mean, here's the problem with One Piece. Yeah, it's like Nami, Sanji, and some Usopp feel like they're back to square one as characters.
Right, exactly.
No, I don't know. I've never seen Black Clover.
Black Clover? Oh yeah.
Kabuto.
What do they say? No, Black Clover best female shonen? Maybe, I don't know. Best female shonen would be tough. Kabuto someone had potential. Yeah, he did, and Kishi didn't do anything.
Yeah,
once.
Your mic is breaking up. Hey, your mic, dude. What are you doing? Like, come on, stop it.
Never touch it till years later. Yeah. It's. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. I remember we were both like, what does that even mean?
Hello? Noel's good, but she doesn't really stand up for me.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. One Punch Man. I watched the first season. I liked the first season a lot. I haven't seen season 2. I haven't read the manga. Guess he muted the mic. Why didn't we see Orochimaru's other cronies?
One Punch Man is.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit. Okay. Say something now. Okay, I think I can hear you now. Okay, I hear something going on, so. Yeah, I hear you typing on your phone. All right. Oh, laptop is dying. Okay. Just mute and get to the charger.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, hold on. I gotta charge this. Okay, now you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties.
Okay.
How do you feel about One Punch Man?
One of my favorite animes of all time.
Yeah, I like the first season, but the second season I haven't seen yet.
I just love that it makes fun of every shonen trope.
Well, no, I think like the fact that Saitama's just super strong just because.
Yeah. No, I like it because it's a commentary like on shonen. It makes fun of shonen.
Yeah.
Which one is during the second arc? Because Kishi doesn't care.
Yeah. Well, I told you, Nader, that Orochimaru wasn't even his idea. His editor told him to create Orochimaru.
I think women in 2D are the superior form of lover, as opposed to 3D. Do you agree?
Double-edged sword, my friend.
I think real women superior, but yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not getting into that.
A sequel series of any medium would be great. Yeah, sure. If people just take their time.
Yeah, but it's just the problem is people don't know how to do sequels well. Look what happened to the Star Wars sequels. We could talk about that all day.
Yeah. SSJ 4 and SSJ 2, best transformation Dragon Ball. I just like the original.
The original
is my favorite.
It's classic.
Yeah. The Cloud Village is more modern, but we got like 4 shots of it. Yeah, I mean, what do you know?
Was that Killer Bee's Village, the Cloud Village?
Yeah. They're the most diverse village, Hidden Cloud. Yes, absolutely.
You know, actually, here's the thing I noticed. I remember you were talking about this. We were talking about this, the Hidden Cloud Village. You're like, everyone from that village is an idiot. I was like, yep, and they're all black. And you were like, I know.
Wait, what? I don't remember that.
You basically mentioned how nobody from that village, Killer Bee's Village, was all that smart.
I think I was just making fun of Killer Bee and
Raikage.
Yeah, because they just think with their fists.
Yeah.
And everybody else around them tells them what to do.
Yeah, Yeah, that was an iconic moment where Gohan went Super Saiyan 2.
Did we ever find out? That's right. Some say it was an alliance between Q. No, we never learned, but yeah, that's something he probably should have gone into. That's a whole other story I would like to see.
I've heard good things about Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. Yeah, Full Metal does have some of the best. And it's a great series, just so good.
Best Death Note character, I think Light Yagami, very interesting because it's like he may be the protagonist, but he's not the hero.
Well, no, exactly. It's probably one of the only series where they do the villain so well. I mean, everyone's gonna say L. I like Ryuk. Ryuk and L. I think a lot of people are gonna pick L.
But
because what should have done with Sakura. Yeah. I've only read a little Black Clover, so I don't know. Love Death Note. Yep, so do I. That's fantastic. Code Geass. Don't star in Code Geass.
Yeah, JoJo Bizarre.
Code Geass reminds me of
a mutual friend showed me an episode of that. I think. I think I know who this is. Mad Biz 87. I thought Slam Dunk was a great manga. Yeah, Slam Dunk, Dragon Ball, Slam Dunk, and Yu Yu Hakusho was the golden age of Jump, right?
Yeah, I think Code Geass is basically Kishi's wet dream for Sasuke. How do you feel about Rurouni Kenshin? Awesome.
Yeah.
I love Kenshin. I like the movies too, the live action movies.
Yeah.
They're a little cheesy. But they're so good.
Don't talk about the anime ending where they like messed up the whole point of the series.
Yeah. Can DCU be great? Yeah, of course it can.
It's just they're just not going about it the right way.
Yeah, stop trying to be so different. How do you feel about J-Star's victory?
It was mediocre.
Yeah. What do you think of Johan's film?
Let me talk about that. It's like with these Shonen Jump games. Like, why do you give us like these mediocre games? Like, just give us Dragon Ball Fighters, but with Shonen Jump characters. Like that's
yeah. So Johan is one of the best. The writer of Monster. I'm not sure if you read his other series, 20th Century Boys. It's just he's just so good. I think his name is Urasawa, the writer. He's just so good at writing these types of stories. But yeah, Johan is one of the darkest.
Yeah. Flashbacks, Naruto or One Piece? I guess One Piece because
Yeah.
People always compare Toriyama to George Lucas. Yeah, it kind of is like that actually. Toriyama's like he needs people around him to flesh out his ideas.
Yeah, best sequel series I've ever seen was the MC2.
Spider Girl.
I don't know.
Are you talking about Spider Girl with the May Parker?
Oh yeah, people like that a lot.
Actually, if I wouldn't mind if they did like a sequel series with Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst, like their daughter is Spider Girl now. I wouldn't mind that.
Oh, that would actually be a pretty good idea. Never thought about that. Yeah, I like Killer Bee. What IP do you want in film or TV? I think it's all out there. That's hard to think about because everything's Monster. That's a good one. I'd love Monster. I'm gonna do Monster.
Yeah. Attention. Okay. How do you feel about Sonati? Sonati, not bad, but could be better.
Yeah, just like all the rest of them.
Yeah. I mean, she's one of the better females in Naruto, but that's not saying much.
Let's read this one. In 2D, you can draw women without mouths and with various skills, valuable medals.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Sure, you can draw whatever you want, man. I don't really care.
Yeah. Whoever that person is a massive, weird pervert, for sure.
Yeah. Look,
no offense to them. You're just a little pervy.
Kalfila and Kale, the two female stands, they were cool. I liked Kalfila. She was cool.
What is the most valuable medal?
Whatever Magneto can do.
What?
Let me see. I hear Slam Dunk was where Kishiba. Let's see. I got to skip ahead a little bit because we're just we're kind of we're way behind.
Yeah, it's true. I hear Slam Dunk was Kishima based the Team 7 Triangle from. I don't know. Slam Dunk was amazing, but I never heard of that before.
Yeah. Inuyasha.
Yeah, never a huge fan. I'll watch Rurouni eventually. Yes, please do. Mayday Parker. Yeah, people love Mayday Parker.
Yeah, Tony.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna be happy in 1 month.
Well,
less than a month, right?
Less than a month. Yeah.
3 weeks. You're gonna have a very good time. Have you watched Star Wars: The Clone Wars? Yeah, it's okay.
Are you talking about the CGI series or the animated show?
Obviously, the CG. I'm not a huge fan of the animation, but people love it. It
was made by the same person. It was made by Gendy Tokarski, who made Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
So it has.
What are your thoughts on Romy Park's voice acting? Who?
I don't know who that is. I probably will.
Let me look it up. I'll look that up because I'm curious. Oh, Full Metal. That's that word. Oh yeah. Oh my God. So good. Yeah, one of the best voiceovers.
Kisame.
Kisame.
Who's that?
He's fine. He's cool. Who's Kisame?
Yeah.
The shark.
Oh, the shark guy. Okay.
Yeah, he's fun. He's a lot of fun actually.
Yeah. So now I was
supposed to play painters. I don't know about that. I think people just made that up.
Well,
I never hear Kishi actually say that.
Well, I've heard Kishi wanted to do a lot of things, but was told by his editors not to do it. So
yeah, if she fought him, that would be fine. That would have been fine.
I mean, I'm going to suggest. Yeah. I mean, it does feel like he brought Naruto back a little earlier than he wanted to, but
okay. Next one is Practice Kindness from the person who asked us about 2D and 3D characters.
It was like,
okay, sure,
sure, fine, whatever. It would be gave us the what arc with the other Saiyans? I don't know what word is that.
Give us the Zaydala arc with the other Saiyans.
About.
Oh, he's just saying baby thought ahead.
Oh, Toriyama doesn't.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah, he never thinks ahead, man. That's just not his
thing. He's good at what he does, which is like making it up as he goes. But he's like Toriyama could actually made it work, even though it's like you really shouldn't do that unless you absolutely have
How do you feel about Susanoo? Stupid.
Yeah, I remember when Itachi first did it. We were like, "Oh my god, he did not just do that."
So you guys, voice actors, well, yeah. I guess Park really does a lot. She was really good. Clone was written by George Lucas and Dave Filoni. I know. Yeah, it was okay. I'm not a big fan. I am not a big fan of the style of animation. It looks very cheap.
Yeah, Frieza.
What happened to Frieza's business after he died? Okay, who's buying plants or why? And what happened to people wanting to buy those plants?
Well, they
why don't we hear more of that?
Empire. There were still remnants of his empire.
Yeah.
So somebody was still running the empire. Just Frieza.
Thoughts on new Dragon Ball movie coming next year?
I'm not sure I don't know how I feel about the 3D.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the art for it.
Because you finally had a good art style with the Broly movie, so just do more of that, but you're not doing it.
I know the fights and
Andrew, you're breaking up. I can barely hear you.
Again?
Yeah.
Now, can you hear me?
Yeah, Nate. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Kind of wish the fights in opening 7 of Shippuden actually happened.
Which one was opening 7?
I think they mean like everyone fighting everyone else, like in the village. So like Sakura fighting
Conan.
You know.
Well, that's yeah, I do think Sakura should have fought Conan because that was like it was right there, but instead he just kind of had Conan get killed by Obito, and it was like, oh, what was the point of this character?
Yeah. How do you feel about Pain ending? I loved it. I thought that whole arc was just that's what I always wanted from the series. It's just what I always wanted.
Well,
then when he goes back to Sasuke, it's the opposite.
Yeah,
painful.
Rinnegan should not have been a thing. It's like, yeah, I think Pain is the only Rinnegan user, honestly.
Exactly. I think the eyes being passed around was stupid, but Rinnegan being there, that's fine as long as it's just stuck around one thing. And they never explained the new thing. I bring up to Greg all the time, and people don't really seem to talk about it. That the Rinnegan comes from the Uzumakis, like the Madara mentions.
Yeah.
You know, why did he give it to Uzumaki Nagato? Why did he give the Rinnegan to Uzumaki?
Yeah, well, there's things like that. We don't know anything about the Uzumakis anyway.
Exactly.
Favorite Dragon Ball movie? I'll go with Battle of Gods.
Yeah, probably Battle. What's the one with Master Roshi getting really buff and kicking shit out of people?
That is Resurrection F.
I love that one. Loved it.
Yeah, Rinnegan should have been a paving. Yeah, we just said that.
How do you feel about Hinata's confession? It was a good scene. I thought that was really good.
What was your
answer? What was the original question?
Sorry, what was your question? Hinata's, it was fine. It was, but just whatever. It was fine. What's your question? Yeah. I had to skip ahead a little bit because we were very far behind.
But I don't even see their post from before. I don't see cream pie.
Yeah. Do you think Obito should die by Boulder? I mean, Kishi didn't really explain why he survived too well.
You think Obito should have died by Boulder? No, I think that whole story was great.
Well, I think Kishi didn't really explain why he survived too well. It's just, it was like, oh, that rock should have crushed you, but it was like, eh.
Like, we should have had Pain with the final bad guy and have him and to have some sort of rivalry with the fourth Hokage, some sort of enemy, and have Nico Double. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think all of that would have been better. There's a lot of things they could have done. I think it could have been better for the 437 moment. I think they're talking about.
Oh yeah. Confession if that would have been Iruka that got hurt instead of Hinata.
Yeah, that's true. Justice.
I don't know what you're talking.
Cream Pie Lars.
Okay, whatever you're talking about, man.
Well, Cream Pie Lars hasn't said anything.
Yeah. What are you saying? You're not saying anything, dude. Or dudette, whatever. You're not saying anything. You haven't said anything.
Yeah, I don't know what their question is. All of these Naruto characters have insane amounts of plot armor. I guess. I don't know. White Zetsu Army Recton. It was stupid. I thought that was really dumb.
Well, no, I think Kishi was like, I was like, how does Ideal Dream World fit with make an army of Zetsus?
How do you feel about talking to Jitsu? I'm like one of the only people that's okay with it. I don't give a shit.
Well, I
I
understand the
think it's
idea.
good. I think kids like it, and I think it works.
I mean, the idea behind it is that Naruto has to beat them with words, not through fists. It's like, not solving
Yeah,
problems with violence.
yeah, which I'm okay with. I don't mind that.
Yeah, which is
Legendary.
like, that's fine. It's just sometimes it's a little heavy-handed.
Yeah, and I think it worked with Pain, which a lot of people they just didn't like the resurrection part,
I,
which
I just
I
think
still don't get. I don't think that was a big deal. I think
I
that
just,
that
I just think that eventually, at some point, with Obito and Madara, it's like, yeah,
yeah.
you got to have somebody who he couldn't reason with.
Well, I think it was Madara, wasn't it? He never reasoned with him, right? Am
Well,
I
yeah,
wrong?
well, he kind of copped out of that by getting rid of him by having Kaguya take over.
Right. Yeah, I don't think you could reason with him. Obito, I can see Obito. That's why I liked Obito as a character so much. He was just the most broken person. His
Well,
life was just.
I like.
His life was actually horrible.
Well, he was evil Naruto, so
Exactly. Right.
Kaguya-sama was a disappointment. Yeah, well, that Kaguya-sama has a lot of problems than just that.
Yeah, I think that was, but that was, see, you talked about earlier how the series should focus on him. I think that was part of the problem. That was one of my issues was this could have been a moment for him to shine, and it could have been a huge moment for him to finally get recognized everywhere else. And nope, just totally drops the ball.
Yep. Well, hey, that's the big theme of the whole series. It's just sometimes it's not.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's the big idea. Should hentai be regarded as genuine anime?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Uh,
Yeah, sure.
That's difficult to answer, but I think well, no, not for me. But I guess if
I don't really care.
Japanese people know what they're into, so good for them.
Hey, look, I don't really care what you're into. As long as you ain't hurt anybody, you do you. I hear people say Naruto matured after Pain arc, so he wasn't weak. He understands. Yeah, that's the idea. It's just the problem is he just I think what was disappointing is when he cried to Raikage to not kill Sasuke, and we were like, dude, Naruto, if you just went Sage mode and done something with your finger, Raikage would have listened to you.
If people say Naruto mature after Pain arc, so he wasn't weak, he understands.
Yeah, I was just talking.
What do they say? What are they saying there? I don't understand what they're saying.
I was like, no, that he's more mature after Pain, and I'm like, yeah, I was like,
yeah, he's supposed to be. Yeah, he is.
Well,
I think yeah.
I think I think what we talked about that was disappointing was when he begged Raikage to not kill Sasuke, and we were like, Naruto, if you had just gone Sage mode and done something with your finger, Raikage would have listened to you.
Yeah. Do you want modern day to be as important as historical sayings as Sasuke? No, zero modern day.
Yeah.
Let's see. This guy, I don't know who this is. MadBiz87, Bible Black. Just so if everybody knows, Black is pretty bad.
Let's not get into hentai stuff right now, okay?
Well, what about suction cups? I mean, maybe people like suction cups. We should, answer the people.
Yeah. Are you in? Okay, whatever.
You know what, Van Chris? Maybe you're right. Maybe suction cups are, that's the important detail we need for ranking hentai. I think Obito stuff would have worked better than
I do.
No, I don't know.
I do think that was an interesting thing because remember Kakashi says, he reveals that he knew that the fourth Hokage was his father. I was like, hey, Kakashi, how come you never told Naruto that his father was the fourth Hokage?
True. I enjoy Naruto versus Teddy fight in Ultimate Storm. Yeah, it was fun. They did a really good job. Which side do you support in the Israel-Palestine conflict? Side. No. First of all, Cream Pie, thank you for this very deep question and your nice little avatar with sunglasses. Absolutely, we'll say definitively neither side.
Yeah, you're breaking up again.
I'm saying absolutely neither side.
Okay.
I think that if that conflict was an anime, Palestine would be the protagonist. I don't think so. Anyway, I don't think there would be any protagonists in that. Favorite Assassin's Creed? Oh, easy. Well, Black Flag before, obviously. Because I just thought it was a lot of fun. But obviously, because of the openness. What's your favorite anime? And why is it Court in the House? My favorite anime is probably Akira. And I've never seen Court in the House. So, No, don't kick him out. Don't kick him out.
Yeah, okay.
Leave it alone.
Okay. What you didn't get into Naruto's clan enough? Yeah, I talked about.
Yeah, absolutely not. They really should. They should have had a whole arc. Honestly.
Yeah, mine is Black Flag.
Yeah, Black Flag before the reboot.
I've only, as far as Assassin's Creed goes, I've only played the original game with Altair.
Yeah, when they did the reboot, I'd say Odyssey. But Black Flag had all the, still had all the same problems as
it's just the thing.
Like the following missions, the spying missions, just so bad.
Yeah, it's just they just keep making Assassin's Creed games. It's like they're not all going to be good.
I think that if the conflict was anime, Palestine would be the protagonist. What the hell? Oh God. How do you feel about Goku Black Ark in DB? I haven't seen all of it, so you could.
You like Zamasu?
Yeah, he's probably my favorite of the new guys.
Yeah, Zamasu. Well, Zamasu is like he basically he actually has like he's not all he actually thinks he's the right guy. He thinks he's the good guy. He's not.
All villains do. It's just like I like how open they are about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in case of say Frieza or Palpatine, they know they're evil and they love it.
Do you think Netflix should make an anime based on the U.S. invasion of Iraq? Sure, they could go ahead. It would probably be propaganda.
Yeah,
just like your Avatar.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
All right. Yeah, I'd say we should do this for another 30 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, so I guess if I was to talk about,
I think I think Netflix should make an anime about people who use TikTok too much. I think that'd be really interesting.
Yeah, they should. I mean, you could make something.
Or social media.
Yeah, actually, you ever see? There was a Simpsons clip where they were like, can you imagine a world without lawyers and everybody's like happy and dancing? I was like, yeah, that's what the world would be like today if there was no social media.
Yeah. How is my Avatar propaganda? It looks like the kid version of Guy Fieri. You could figure out the rest. What jutsu Zanpakuto would you make or use? Oh Jesus. I don't know. What would you do with Craig?
Let me see. I guess let's see. I would like to do a Rasengan.
Yeah, that would probably be fun. I mean, that's the easiest answer. Shikamaru's moves.
I guess I would like to have super strength.
Oh, that too. Yeah, actually, that for sure.
Have
they ever explained Sage Express? No, I don't. I mean, maybe she didn't. Maybe she just birthed them. I don't know how.
Maybe it's like the Virgin Mary sort of thing.
I don't know. Yeah,
but it's like. Actually, I mean, look, I think we talked about this, but everything after the Sage just felt like unnecessary baggage to that whole thing, that whole backstory.
Yeah.
Like he kept adding to it. It was like, all right, enough. When it was just the Sage, 6 paths, I was like, okay, fine, but just leave it at that.
TikTok has to die and get into the old school cringe graveyard together with MySpace and Twilight movies. Okay, I agree.
The answer is the Sharingan.
Yeah, that's true, actually. I mean, but that's not jutsu, is it? I guess it kind of is.
What power system out of the big three did you like?
I don't know. I guess I'd say Devil Fruits. Yeah. Really think about it. Devil Fruits, you don't have to do anything. It's just part of you. What do you think?
Yeah, you just eat a fruit and you just get that power.
Yeah.
The trade-off of not being able to swim is, or at least,
yeah, right. Forgot about that. Oh well.
Is that Luffy's? Yeah, he can't swim because it's like, Or is that all devil fruit users can't swim after they eat a devil fruit, which is a big problem when you're like out on sea.
I think that's the irony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think devil fruits over jutsus, really. I mean, I'm trying to think. As long as I get a good devil fruit. The filler did on the Sage's Father Jesus. Of course they did. I'm glad I didn't see it.
Okay.
Wow, you blocked them for 5 minutes?
Yeah, because it's like, come on, man. Look, it's like, you're really, I don't know. He's like, he needs a timeout.
Just leave them alone. It's no big deal. Don't upset fans or people.
Yeah.
I'm somewhere in the middle on that. Luffy has the strongest surfer. I spoke to Oda the other day. Yeah, I mean, I think Rubber, when he does the awakening with it, will be something special. Yes, you can't swim if you eat devil fruit. Yeah, so there you go. It's supposed to be
I've only heard
the ironic twist.
I don't know.
Well, it is. Persona does already do that. That's what's great about it. I think, especially Persona 4. Yeah, and 6. I mean, it's unbelievable how popular it's getting, bigger and bigger. So I think 6 will be massive. 6 will be the. I think 6 will be the breakout. I think it'll be it'll turn into sort of like the Final Fantasy. People start playing and recognizing it. I mean, it's doing well enough for sure. I think 6 will be the breakout.
Yeah, how do you feel about Naruto learning?
That's not true. Everyone always says that. That's not true.
He learned. What did Naruto teach him? He taught him better ninja skills. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he taught him the basics. I mean, I understand why Kishi chose not to do Sage Mode then. He wanted to show it, and he didn't want to do flashbacks.
Yeah. Well, a time skip is usually a way that you can justify somebody learning new techniques without having to show it.
Right. And I think that if you look at that arc, yeah, Naruto improved a lot with his clones. A lot. He mastered it.
And he was better at Rasengan.
Yeah, he basically mastered his clones. Could they have done Sage Mode during that time skip? Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, he could have flashed back to it, and he could have basically Sage Mode could have been something that was developed for a couple of arcs, and it would be these flashbacks you would have of training to use it, to learn how to do it. There's a lot that could have changed. Sasuke keeps changing his goals. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, like I said, I think Itachi summed it up best. Sasuke is a blank canvas that can be dyed any color, which basically means he's whatever I need him to be.
Yeah. I think Naruto became more mature, and especially his voice acting anime. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, no, I mean, especially in time skip when he becomes Kage, he's a full blown adult. He's not he's not like his old self anymore.
I'm kind of glad Kishi kept Jiraiya dead because he didn't want to ruin his death scene, which I think is a.
Oh God, yeah. But that's the thing. Jiraiya, Jiraiya clone is in Boruto.
Oh yeah, is that? It's a Jiraiya. It's a clone of Jiraiya or something.
Yep, Jiraiya clone.
Adult Naruto. Look, I've gotten used to adult Naruto, but could his look?
Yeah, I've gotten used to it. Yeah, I got used to it.
Could it have been a lot better? Oh hell yeah!
I think what it is a modern look. I think what he did was, could he have looked as quote unquote cool as his dad? Yeah, for sure. But I think the short hair is supposed to be like a modern spin, because everyone, you don't get your haircuts. Your hair just grows. I think him having short hair is supposed to say like this is more of a modern society where people have short hair. I think there's only 2 arcs remaining.
Like I said, I've gotten used to his Hokage look, but could it have been a lot better? Yes, I do think that.
I think the problem is that there was only 2 arcs before Naruto was training to learn Wind Style, and didn't get enough time to show. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, now that you're mentioning it, it's true. Maybe he should have done more with the time skip. But can't do anything about it now. You're probably right.
Yeah.
Naruto's fun to me. Yeah, Gaara Part 1 was badass. I think Gaara's still badass.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the perfect look for him as an adult.
I wish adult Naruto looked like what he matched himself. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Tell me about it. That's what I told Greg and everybody. I think when they did that Gutsy Ninja, I thought that was Kishi saying, "Hey, this is gonna be what it looks like
I was
in
like, that was the perfect
10
look.
years." Yeah, it was. It wasn't long. It wasn't short. And I was like, "Oh, he looks badass." Yeah, it's true. I mean, you're having some sort of medium haircut, which is somewhere between his kid one and his dad saw. Yeah, yeah. But whatever. Um, like I said, short hair I think is like a, like kind of like saying like, oh, I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
I'm doing adult things. You know, we're doing time skip. Oh, they have to. Yeah, they gotta do time skip.
Well, I just no kids, please. We've had enough of that.
You don't want more kids? You don't like kids?
Well, no, I mean, I don't know. Boards has said he's going to be a ninja like Sasuke. I was like, does that mean you're going to be a deadbeat dad too?
I know a thing or two about being a deadbeat dad.
I know. I'm just saying.
That's what my dogs call me.
Oh, you're okay. Well, my kid is like climbing all over me while I'm trying to talk to you right now.
Show him off.
It's okay. Their adult voices never change. It's like, yeah, that's
true. That's true.
It's like, even though it's, what are your dog's pronouns?
Okay. They're gender neutral.
They're dogs. I don't think they care about that.
Hey, one of my dogs does care. Actually, it looks. I think adult Naruto look is perfect. Actually, yeah, I think it's fine. I don't have any issues with it. Who are your favorite deadbeat dads, and why is it Corey House? My favorite deadbeat dad is probably Goku.
Yeah, my favorite. Yeah. Corey House. I've never actually seen that show.
Yeah, what is Corey House? Isn't there a Corey House video game for DS?
Oh.
Maybe we should do a Corey House marathon.
Yeah.
This guy really seems to be in the Corey. This person seems to be in the. You know what? I'm not gonna say guy. I don't want to. I don't want to offend them. So I'll just say this person seems to really be into Corey in the house.
Yeah.
Dim dem. Okay.
Okay. Well. Anyway, so like so Nate, what are you playing now? What game?
I'm just waiting for Halo Infinite.
Oh yeah. I still gotta get caught up on Yakuza. I still gotta play Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Corey in the House is part of that So Raven universe. Yeah, I've seen a couple Raven.
I don't
know. When she used to be hot.
I mean, well, that was after my time.
Yeah, when Raven used to be hot. Now she's not.
I know she was. I remember she actually did a voice on Kim Possible. I remember that.
Hey, you want to do a Corey in the House? Let's Corey in the House live stream. We watch every episode and comment.
I think I'd go insane.
You think Columbine could make for a decent anime? Greg, don't kick them off. Don't kick them off. Do you think Columbine can make for a decent? I don't know. Do you?
Okay, this is weird. Anyway, so Cowboy Bebop, you said they destroyed Vicious. It's like, yeah, I think I talked about that. It's like, yeah, he looks like Dante from Devil May Cry.
Yeah, that's the worst part of the show. Easily the worst part.
Well,
when they started showing flashbacks, I was like, all right, maybe they're getting into it more. And then Craig, I vote kick. Well, there you go. Yeah, when they started going into flashbacks with Vicious, I thought, okay, they're going to add a little bit. That's fine. No, then it became half the show, and it's so bad.
Yeah, Vicious is just bad. Just it was just. Oh, did you see that Resident Evil 4 remake leaked, or the Wesker voice?
Oh yeah, Wesker. Yeah, looks amazing.
I was incredible. Although I think he broke NDA by doing so.
Yeah, kind of an idiot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait. No, it was a national tragedy. How could you even think that?
It was a national tragedy.
Yeah, it was a tragedy, unless it was a conspiracy, like some people say.
Everyone makes conspiracy stories about everything these days. It's like it's gotten out of hand.
Yeah. My conspiracy is that Cream Pie Lars is actually Guy Fieri, based on their avatar picture. Greg, can you do your Naruto rewrite? Oh man,
Yeah.
you would need my help.
I thought about doing that. It's like I actually told Nader I had a few ideas. Like I told you the idea about how Naruto and Sasuke and their like I watched the Mobile Suit Gundam Char's counterattack where it ends with Amaro and Char disappearing, and I said, "What if I did that, but had Naruto?"
Nah,
nope. No, that's that. I don't like that idea. That you told me that was not a good idea.
Nah, that wouldn't work for that series. It would work for something like Dragon Ball, but not Naruto. No.
I mean, well, though, what happens to the world if that? What happens to the Naruto world if Naruto and Sasuke disappear like that? Like, what happens?
I don't know. That's like a big what if. I mean, there'd be a power vacuum. I don't know. I just think that would be. It wouldn't make sense for that type of story. It's not supposed to be that kind of story. Like, mysteriously.
Yeah.
My conspiracy is that calories don't exist. I'm only a fat piece of S because of karma. Yeah, makes sense. If you're Guy Fieri. Like, what would your fixed version of the story would be? Like that as a video? Yeah, you would probably. You can't do that alone. I would need to tell you basically what to do.
Well, here's the thing. You and I talked about this. We would have to like go into like everything in the series, and we have to go. Okay, what do we keep? What do we change? What do we take out?
You know. How would you fix Sakura's arc?
Have her get over Sasuke. That's how I.
Wait. How would you fix her arc? Oh, they just mean character arc.
Yeah, I said have her get over Sasuke. That's what how I'd fix her.
Basically, just don't turn her to damsel in distress.
No, like I said, to actually have her, maybe get over Sasuke, not act like a lovesick puppy every time he shows up.
Yeah. What are your favorite genres of manga anime outside of shonen? I mean, I really like Monster. I like everything Urasawa does. The 20th Century Boys. As far as genre, probably just the same genre for everything, really, for me. Just sci-fi. Greg, do you read anything besides shonen?
Let's see. I was actually reading the Zelda adaptations. Well, I don't know what those qualify as. Like they've actually adapted quite a few Zelda games in the manga. They've done Ocarina of Time. They've done Twilight Princess. They've done Four Swords Adventures.
Right, but have you read any like adult mangas? I'd say Berserk is up there.
Like Senyu? I haven't read.
Yeah. Senyu manga. One of my favorites is a manga called 20th Century Boys. You have to read that, but Monster is better. One of my favorites is it's called I'll Give It My All ... Tomorrow. It's really good. It's slice of life. Would you watch a World War II documentary where all the witnesses are senile? I guess. Sure. What?
All right. Slice of life. I think I've. I would mind slice of life manga. Those are fine. Actually,
Isekai. Yeah, Greg, you would like isekai type of manga. Isekai is basically, I think it's
Actually, I've been
when they're transported to.
I've been meaning to read Bakuman for a long time.
Read what?
Bakuman for a long time.
Yeah, I mean that's more shonen, but yeah, you should probably check out Bakuman. You like it.
Yeah, well, that talks about what shonen offer faces when they make their series.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's really funny and it's got some. It can it's got some good moments. The end it kind of falls apart a little bit, but it's really good.
Yeah, I don't know. Naming a shonen series with a good end is kind of hard.
Do you think Pearl Harbor versus Godzilla would be a good idea for a movie?
All right, that's it.
What? No, leave them alone. They're not. They're not doing anything. I don't think. They're just being silly.
Yeah. Well, I've actually been sort of reading Yu-Gi-Oh lately. I started writing that review, but it's like I'm trying to break that into let's see. I think that'll be broken into 4 videos. Yu-Gi-Oh. The manga's
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
The manga is very different from the anime. How it makes me feel? Okay, I'll make note of that.
Yeah, Greg, maybe you should try other stuff.
Well, that's what I've been watching Cowboy Bebop, which I haven't seen in a while, so which I have not seen before, so I am branching out. Just I gotta work, I gotta make money, so
yeah. Cowboy Bebop was it's an original anime, so it wasn't a manga.
Well, no, like with mangas, it's like with these animes, I like to get into series that are like that just have like episode 20 that just have like 26 episodes. Like okay, that's perfect. It's like not a
exactly. Yeah, it's perfect length. Agreed.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Yeah, one opening, and the opening is spot on in live action. Gantz was good until the end, and it like most of all these series we keep talking about, it just turns to absolute shit.
Okay. Well, it was just a case of this is it was just a case of
What's TFS? Transformers?
TFS like Transformers. Transformers was okay.
Cowboy Bebop has an episodic manga. Yeah, I know they made a manga after the show, which they always do.
Okay. Cowboy. Yeah, I heard Cowboy Bebop had a manga. It just wasn't.
Greg, how do you feel about NFTs?
I don't even know what's going on with that nonsense. I was like, what is this nonsense? Why should I care?
It's probably the stupidest thing we've done in past year. Probably.
I was like, you people, it's like everyone fights over everything. It's like, how about this? Stop fighting over stupid shit and just try to focus on what's really important.
Naruto changing the Hyuga.
He didn't really go into that because I feel like I said by having Neji kind of not die kind of showed that Hyuga didn't change for the better.
Right. Bleach one shot was good. Yeah, I loved it. I think I'll continue reading that.
All right, we got about 12 more minutes.
Does Saiyans basically turn to black people when there's a full moon?
You mean they turn into apes? The Ozaru, that's what it is. The
full moon.
He's talking about when the Saiyans, like when they see a full moon and they have a tail, they turn into.
Yes, I know. I know. They're just Yeah, Greg, how do we stop the fighting?
Hey, if I knew that, I would be a millionaire.
Just peace and love, Everyone just talk to each other.
Yeah. How about you? I was watching Back to the Future in actual 2015. Like, there's a part where where he meets Griffith. Like, Marty's like, he's like, you got a lot of nerve showing your face, McFly. He's like, oh, geez, are you gonna bully me? What? Fake McFly. If I was gonna bully you, I'd do it anonymously online while continuously encourage you to commit suicide while leaking nude photos of you. Huh? Sounds like we've all forgotten how to treat our fellow humans with dignity. I was like, it's true.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. It's just I'm tired. I'm just so tired.
Wait,
So
wait. This guy said, "Did you just call black people apes?"
no.
Partisan politics is destroying my family. Monster or Berserk? Oh, Monster, because Monster is a complete story. But for art, Berserk, absolutely.
Isn't it?
Even though Urisawa was a great artist, Urisawa was a
I
good artist
actually
too.
was it the Berserk author who just died recently that I'm thinking of?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sad. No conclusion. Did you ban me? No, you didn't. Good.
You're kind of testing my patience. I'll tell you that. Because you shouldn't mess with me. I have the power to do that. Anyway, so Nader, have you ever watched the Boruto anime at all?
No.
No, I haven't either. But it's like apparently they've actually had some really apparently only time people pay attention to Boruto is when Naruto and Sasuke are doing something, which tells you a lot.
Who was a better villain, Griffith or Johan? Johan, another easy one.
Hector. Oh, Hector's fine. He's checking out the trash can right now.
What would Hector Shonen look like?
Hector. Hector would probably. Well, Hector would probably like whatever he sees as a toy. He would chase it.
He gets some power ups. Dream about killing Eric. I mean, dream about killing Greg. I don't know who this Eric character is.
Yeah. What was the other thing? It's my last Q&A stream, he knocked out the camera because he was being kind of like uh, well, this escalated quickly. Yeah,
Not really. Nothing really escalated.
Why not? Yes, they should crossover. Do every crossover imaginable.
I'm still waiting on my Fast and Furious and Transformers crossover.
Actually, that would be perfect. I'm surprised they haven't done that yet. Actually, I think. Although, did you see how Vin Diesel was like, "Come back to the franchise, Dwayne Johnson, my little brother"? It's like, yeah, without him, the movie's gonna bomb.
I mean, they're not doing well anyway, and The Rock doesn't exactly do that well anymore either.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
Actually, what?
Maybe they wouldn't get in it until after it transformed.
You actually remember what happened after when we saw Transformers 2 in theaters? How we were like just watching watching and then like we were so bored and then suddenly Sam ended up in robot heaven and we just started laughing.
I don't really remember that. I just remember waking up during that. But also, when people died in Transformer, actually, Clark's answered that question in the cartoon. When they got in and transformed, they did die. It squished them.
Oh, wait, who asked? Who answered that?
Clerks, the cartoon.
Oh,
like 10, 15 years ago.
oh,
Dwayne Johnson gave a truck away. That's good for him. I'm
Dwayne
Johnson.
Afford plenty of him. He's a good guy, from what I've seen.
I want to see a sequel to Schindler's List. They'll probably call it Schindler's List 2. Schindler's Pissed. I didn't really like that movie. It was boring. I thought it was, it was too, it's too pretentious. Top 5 speakers of the House.
Hector, no, don't play with that.
Top 5 speakers of the House. Greg, what are your top 5 speakers of the House? I'd say Mitch McConnell, George Washington, Garfield the cat.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks and Jeb Bush.
Yeah, sure. Why not? All right. Well. Oh God. Yeah, we're kind of running out of things to say. Well, 5 minutes left. You got any closing thoughts?
Mitch McConnell's an old prune.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
That's the thing about whatever. We don't like to talk about politics here, please.
Yeah, but there's some there's some things you can say. If people don't like it, well,
Yeah.
that's on them. Okay, well. Soul Eater. Cool.
Yeah, Soul Eater. Is that, you're talking about the Bleach bad guys, or is that, or no?
No, Soul Eater. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Soul Eater. It was fun. Soul Eater was fun.
Yeah.
I only watched one season. I think there was only one season. I don't remember. No, there had to be more. But it was fun. Like the opening a lot. Really good.
Oh well. So okay, I'll ask you a question, Nate. How much longer do you think Boruto will run for?
Considering that they're milking it and it's just doing okay, years.
Well, that's the thing. It's not breaking records, but it's not doing bad enough to be canceled. That's what I take from it.
Yeah, it's gonna be around for years, unfortunately.
It's like I'd rather they just kill it, because it's like, come on, just kill it, let it die, so we can start anew with the Naruto franchise.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that you realize, but a lot of people just don't think about. It's not going anywhere. They'll just do another one after.
Like, they're probably just going to reboot eventually because they realize.
Yeah, see exactly. You can see ahead. You know that. Just looking at Dragon Ball, you can see that.
Well,
it's not going anywhere. This is not going anywhere.
Like, with Naruto, I just want a full reboot, and maybe Kishi will come out and say what really happened with the ending. So it's like,
you're not going to get. That's not happening. That's just not happening. But you will probably get like a sequel or like a side story. So you're going to get something. I mean, it's not going to end after this.
I would say
there's no way
they're going to do Final Fantasy VII Remake, where it's like you go back. They went back in time, so it's actually a stealth sequel, but it's actually a reboot too.
And that's the thing. Like, people are like, oh, One Piece, maybe they'll end soon, 4 or 5 years. Guess what? After One Piece ends in 5-6 years, there's gonna be more. There's no way it's going away. It's their biggest, most successful series of all time.
Nothing goes away nothing goes away as long as it makes money. That's how it goes.
Yeah, no, it's not going to. 7R Poopy. This guy's name is interesting. He sucks.
Oh, you basically said the remake sucks. It's like 7 Remake was good until the last hour.
Yeah, the gameplay was awesome. It was phenomenal. But the story, I skipped most of the story. It was just, I couldn't handle it.
It's like
typical anime shit.
I took those those cloaked figures, like they were supposed to be the fans who were complaining about any change, and once they were done, it was like, okay, now this can be whatever it wants.
Yeah.
All right, one more minute.
All right, well, I guess that's it.
Yep.
I'm gonna head out.
Yep. All right. See you guys.
Bye, everybody.